History loves to tell us empires were built by men swinging swords and signing decrees, but that illusion collapses the moment you look closer. Because again and again, the survival, expansion, or collapse of entire civilizations hinged on women who understood power better than the men who tried to control them, beginning with Cleopatra. Not a seductress draped on a throne, but a multilingual strategist who turned Egypt into Rome's most dangerous political chess piece, aligning with Julius Caesar and later Mark Antony, not out of romance, but calculation, using trade routes, grain supplies, and diplomacy to keep Egypt sovereign until Rome realized independence itself was the threat and erased her story behind scandal. And centuries earlier in China, Wu Zetian climbed from concubine to emperor, expanded civil service exams, weakened aristocratic corruption, strengthened the state, and ruled so effectively that historians later painted her as monstrous, simply because no narrative could forgive a woman who outperformed tradition, while in England, Elizabeth I inherited a fragile nation torn by religion and foreign threats, and transformed it into a rising empire through restraint rather than conquest, refusing marriage not from fear, but clarity, understanding that autonomy was her greatest weapon, surviving assassination plots, papal excommunication, and the Spanish Armada, while forging the foundations of global dominance. And long before Europe crowned queens, Hatshepsut ruled Egypt with such success that she adopted male regalia to bypass custom, launching trade expeditions, stabilizing the economy, and commissioning monuments so enduring that later rulers tried to erase her name from stone, not because she failed, but because her success threatened the myth that women should never rule. While France balanced on the edge of collapse under Catherine de' Medici, often blamed for chaos yet quietly orchestrating survival through alliances, intelligence networks, and political endurance in a court where weakness meant death. And in Russia, Catherine the Great seized power outright, expanded borders, modernized governance, patronized education and the arts, and proved Enlightenment ideals could coexist with absolute authority when wielded without apology. And these women were not exceptions or curiosities. They were proof that power has never belonged to one gender, only to those willing to understand it, seize it, and defend it. And every time a queen reshaped an empire, history rushed in afterward to soften her, vilify her, or reduce her to myth. Because the most dangerous truth any empire has ever faced is simple and enduring. A woman who understands power and refuses to ask permission to use it.